But we are going to go around Cat World headquarters and see everyone around there and check everyone out. Maybe you'll fall in love with someone. If you fall in love with someone who is 6 years of age and older, then they are free for adoption. So
do you have a good rate of people coming in adopting the cats, or?
we do have a 74% adoption rate here at the shelter, which we are incredibly lucky to have because that gives us more room for intakes here and helps us with general overcrowding of all shelters.
Sure. Do you have people that adopt them from, like, they're visiting from out of state and end up getting them and taking them back with them?
That is a great question all the time because we have airline approved carriers.
Okay.
We were
So-
told that. Oh wait, maybe I was specifically
Maybe
told
you-
that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well we're gonna get out. Sergio's gonna open that door for you guys and we're gonna go ahead and continue on.
This is Cat World headquarters. If you're volunteering at Cat World, this is where you'll check in, and then they'll assign you to your specific building. One of the features in this building is that we have some of the single living suites. So these are cats that perhaps have some behavioral issues or medical or like nutritional needs, and so that's why they're held in single living houses. These specific, the first four, are actually connected to an office. So that is cool that they get to interact with us, but also they have a human on the other side. 24/7 indoor outdoor access. Charlie right here looks like she's not coming out.
No.
Unfortunately for us, they will begin their meetings soon, so the doors might be open for some cat interaction because we can't have, because like I said, a lot of these cats may not get along well with other cats, but we're still trying to give them that exposure to help them with their adoptability.
This cat, I really like their card that they have here because they give us a little bit of a introduction of each cat, and this cat has favorite color food, favorite song food, favorite movie food, and all he cares about is food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Food and sleeping.
He and I would get along.
Hi, buddy.
And then this cat has a really cool story. We posted this on our website about how kind of adopted a kitten that wasn't his own, and treated him.
There they are.
Really cool.
Oh, two of you. Look at you.
But this cat I think is really cool because his name is Pumpkin, and as you'll see in his enclosure, he's the only one with a Halloween theme going on, and the staff just does that, and they yeah. Okay.
He's licking the fence.
He's licking the fence.
One of my favorite things about Pumpkin is that, not necessarily that he's toothless, that's not why I love him, but he has had many encounters with tarantulas and spiders that he gets to before staff can, and even though he doesn't have any teeth, he still is a great warrior. That's actually why they have this fake giant spider in here, because he got one bigger than that in there, so we're like, if he likes them, might as well. The last time I gave this to her, I pointed out this one, and right next to it was one just as big as it, clear, that was real. So
That's Moses.
oh yeah. We do offer a sleepover program here at Best Friends. So if you're staying at any of our locations, you don't have to volunteer in that department, but we do sleepovers with cats, dogs, as well as bunnies, where you would just take someone home for the evening, hang out with them, including some of our cats here. That's why we have all of our scoops and bins and cat carriers ready to go for when we have our sleepovers.
Yes, and over here we've got Starling. Starling is a cat that really not super social. They say here he's the type of cat who would tell you not to talk to him until he's had his coffee. And so even if he were outside, if he saw us coming, he'd probably run back inside. And then we have Popsicle here. He loves to rub against the fence, trying to get people to pet him.
He's definitely one of those cats, though, that's like, I'm gonna rub up against this fence. I'm gonna like seem like I'm so sweet until you get close enough and he swipes at you. He's just really playful. He is a male. He is a boy, not one of our female orange.
It's a unique coat.
Oh, you're pretty and you're pretty and you're sassy.
Yes, this is Samara. A lot of people believe that only dogs are trainable, but many of our cats are very, very well at commands. And so Samara is one of the little cats that's being trained. We had one that was able to do like a boop, give me your paw, turn around, go through the loop, and they were working on setting the loop on fire, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Cats are too smart for that. A dog would do it.
Maybe a dog would do it. And Oscar's not here right now. This cat is really cool. Her name is Hallie, or his name is Hallie, from Hawaii. The owner of the cat was actually really in love with this cat. Came all the way from Hawaii twice within like the first couple of months just to check on her. Or check on him because
You know why she had to give him up?
she couldn't take, or she can take care of him any longer.
Okay.
But very much in love with this cat.
Who's a female orangey?
Yes. So these cats, as you can see, we're working with them, and so we have Righty Rick and Handy Hank.
Okay.
And these hands, they actually come from a Halloween store. That's why that one's a little bit of a scary looking, maybe from a Frankenstein or something. But that is what we'll use to pet them. And if they, in case they bite or they scratch, nobody gets hurt. And they also get used to it. I've seen one of our caretakers work with Halle, and it's just, he's come a long way. This cat has been here for a very long time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's one of our orange
Yeah.
our orange tabbies.
And you know,
I've been
hey,
here a long time.
Yes.
some cats just don't like people. I get it.
So is like she adoptable still?
she's adoptable. It's just
The right person.
it's just the right person exactly.
Behaviorally, she's come a long way, but perhaps still needs a little bit more.
Just like loud music, huh? Just like loud music.
Yeah, she also likes the forts. Or building the
Like a burrower.
yeah. So Jaco is one of our cats that's very energetic and needs to burn off that extra energy. So that's why we have that wheel for him right there. And all of these cats have indoor-outdoor access. So like the inside is about the same size.
Okay.
And then our caretakers will choose every night a different cat to let roam the halls at night. So they each kind of get turns. Who gets to be next? Ozai. Anybody know where the name Ozai is coming from? So if you guys are fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Ozai was the Fire Lord, and so this is an orange cat, and I think that's where the name them was a big
I was
thing.
thinking.
Diver here is usually very vocal. She'll meow a lot. And Diver is a really good example of some of the trades that we do with some of our network partners. So we have the know-how and the resources to take care of some of the cats that need more attention, such as diabetic cats, whereas some of the shelters are perhaps understaffed or may not have the resources to do so. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll trade in perhaps 2 cats that are healthy for a diabetic cat, and it's a win-win. They
Absolutely.
get to have them adopted, and
Yeah.
we can take care of these. Jelly bean. Jelly Bean, do you see? No,
Nope, that's a blanket.
So Jelly Bean is not out right now, but you can see her in the window.
Okay.
And one of the features of Jelly Bean is that she is deaf. And so because she is deaf, she has had to learn how to adapt in other ways. And she learned sign language. So through certain signs, she has her own mohawk.
Oh, you got shaved down?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, definitely do.
Hey.
So he is toothless and clawless in the front. A lot of people will declaw. We're against it because taking their claws off is kind of like cutting off a knuckle on your hand. It is sometimes they walk on your fingertoes, plus it leaves them defenseless to things they might encounter.
You're a handsome boy.
Kind of like the look.
I know.
Right? Mohawk look.
Wonder why the shade hair.
So here's one of the orange tabbies that Trinity was talking about, and how rare they are. But she is hiding out inside, I think.
Yeah. You're pretty. What's your name, Samantha?
Samantha.
You're a pretty girl, Samantha.
Yeah? Is that
More durable without kittens and thunder.
And then we're gonna go ahead and head on over to that building, right? Okay. So Benton's, as far as I know, this is where we have some of our cats that are a little bit more on the feral side. So these would be cats that would do really good when adopted as mousers. And what we'll do is sometimes adopt them out to farms, to warehouses, to breweries. And it's a win-win scenario because they get someone taking care of their grain, for example, and the cats get food, shelter, and some love.
And a job.
And a job. Yeah, we've got 3 working cats here at the sanctuary. One's in the barn area by the goats.
One's in a hay place somewhere.
Yeah, that's the one. And then we got shipping and receiving working cat. And I think there's another one.
Kind of just showed up voluntarily.
That's the one in the barn. Yes.
Oh, okay.
As well, in Benton's, we also have our diabetic cats in the lobby there. We will always prioritize an intake of a diabetic cat because it's expensive for upkeep. There's a lot of maintenance with it, and a lot of smaller shelters are not able to take on that sort of care and maintenance. So we will prioritize those sort of intakes because we do have the facilities for it. And then you can tell the difference between a feral cat catio and just a normal catio because our feral cat catios don't have the roof on top of it, so they don't feel like they're in an enclosed space. Alrighty.
Yeah, we can go in and doesn't seem to be anyone there. Really?
What did you change it to?
Change
Just
the
one
diet.
cat food to the other?
Just any cat food. It doesn't necessarily taste. Yeah.
All it takes. He's like, what if people live here and must be 10 to eat? Can you make the jump? Are
So
you
just
graceful?
leave this up here and they kind of free feed for a while?
Yes.
Okay. What's that?
This is an area that you guys are welcome to design your own. This is where most of our adoption specialists are located. So if you're interested in adopting, this is probably where you will go to meet our adoption specialist.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good.
There. So we are gonna go into Morgan's Place. This building is particular because it houses some of our drunken syndrome cats, which is a affectionate name that we call cats with cerebral hypoplasia. This is a condition that affects their cerebellum. It's not developed the whole way, and it's responsible for their sense of balance and stability. which is why you might see some of these cats wobble. So, okay, so we're gonna go in. I'm gonna go in here by myself. I'm gonna set up the miniature, and then we're gonna go in a few of it at a time. Okay? What? Okay, come on in. Yes.
Room 1. Pedal? Yes.
I'll be right back. And then we can open that.
Okay. We don't want to pet if we shouldn't pet.
Yeah.
Just wait until it goes. Yeah, you're good. Can fit, I suppose. What's this? Now we're good. Like an airlock.
Oh yeah. A little worse than all. Worse than others.
I think some are worse than others, huh?
Yes, it does affect some differently. And we're going into room 1. In room 1, you are allowed to pet the cats there. If they run away, I'm not
They should be
gonna-
good. They're not too bad at trying to escape. They just want to greet everyone.
Okay.
Hello, oh, you're purring. And you're purring. And you got it. Okay. Watch the little one. Little one there and little one there. Okay. No escape
So did
artists.
you not introduce the two?
No.
No, they can't.
These are probably more of a handful for the kitties with the wobbliness than they want to deal with.
For sure. And I just want to point out, so everyone you can pet in here, except I would just avoid Bingo,
Okay.
this black and white cat.
What's the cat? What's the cat?
Those cats can go in and out of this room.
It's only out of the room that they're not allowed. The bingo.
Bingo down there in the bottom.
Pet, love on them. Yeah, for sure. If they want to be picked up and you'll see some cats, especially more like cats. Hamlin is great. Yep, Lancer, Hamlin.
Long boy.
Yeah, Persian's kind of shy, but she loves pets and pets. And why is this one in a cage? She just got a dental done, so we like to monitor how they eat and everything, which is the one that, So Spanish is good, Bingo, she gets overstimulated when
She's got kind of a loopy nose.
Yeah, she's chronic. Some of the cats, they just.
Sneezy.
Yep, it just never clears up.
Bingo bango.
Right now,
Okay.
probably
Sass.
while we're looking for some more stimulation.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. That makes them a little nervous and laying together, but. You have eyes.
So some of the buildings that we didn't get to go in, but that are still part of Cat World, we have Jill's right in front of us. That is not a special building in the sense of like a certain type of cats goes there necessarily. We just have so many cats that sometimes we need multiple buildings, and so a lot of times those are healthy cats and very highly adoptable, and they live there. A little bit further ahead, we're gonna go in Hope House. Well, the Colonel's Barracks is the largest one. Houses 150 cats at full capacity. They're also very adoptable and healthy cats. And then Hope House and Clinic. This is where the cats initially come to Cat World. They'll be quarantined for about 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks, depending on the needs. And here we'll make sure that they have all their vaccines, that they're not in any way contagious, and then we'll find a place for them to reside long term, transfer them. At Casa de Calamar, if you were on the Grand Sanctuary tour, you probably had a chance to visit with those cats. That's our feline leukemia area, and feline leukemia affects their immune system. So if you go in there, you'll notice that they're very healthy looking. They all have leukemia, but they can still have wonderful lives.
Just something I want to mention about feline leukemia is
that it is a virus. It is contagious between cats, but there are two different ways that it can affect them. It can either be progressive or regressive. So if it's regressive, then that means that they have the virus in their system, but it doesn't affect their body. Whereas regressive means that it does affect their immune system.
And then at Quincy House, this is where we house some of our incontinent cats. These are often caused by damage to their tail. So their tail is connected to their spinal cord. If a cat gets their tail stepped on or pulled too hard, that'll oftentimes cause them to lose their ability to go to the restroom, and they'll have to be manually expressed, which is why we have some of our most experienced caretakers there. It also happens when there is a mixing, and that is another reason why they might be there. Usually they have all their butts shaved in an effort to keep them clean.
So are they able to go, or they have to be helped to go?
Some of them go without noticing, and some of them need to be helped to go. Now, one thing I also like to cover is the adoption process here at Best Friends. So if you guys were interested in adopting a cat, it's really simple. We have an online form where you look at all the available cats for adoption. You fill it out, which one you're interested in. It doesn't necessarily lock you into that cat, but it's just as a placeholder. And then it asks you a couple of questions about your household, whether you're experienced with cats or not. And then after you finish that form, we'll put you in contact with one of our adoption specialists. They will meet with you, perhaps arrange a meeting with the cat that you're interested in. And after you sign a couple of contracts, then you can take your cat home. We will give you a bag of the food that they're currently on, a carrier, and also a litter. Just a little bit of a kitty litter, so when you're in the car and they have any needs to go, yeah, have a place to go. Now, back when the founders started and they said, we're going to change the way things are done in this country, we're going to change the way things are done in America, people laughed at them. 30 guys in the middle of nowhere, Kanab, Utah, going to change the world. But 40 years later, we've accomplished so much, and it's thanks to so many people, like-minded individuals, stepping up and putting their grain of sand. In 2016, our CEO, Julie Castle, set the goal that by 2025, we'd get to no-kill nationwide. The way we define no-kill is 90% save rate across all shelters in the United States. And in 2021, we checked the numbers. We're at 347,000, which is a huge improvement from where we were, but we still have a lot to do. And so with that in mind, our way of operating here in the sanctuary has really changed. We went from being simply a sanctuary of the surrounding areas to now being an animal society. What that means is that we're working a lot closer with our network partners, teaching them best practices, sponsoring spay and neuter clinics, as well as giving them grants whenever needed. We'll even send some personnel over if they're in a bind. And so thanks to that, we now have over 4,335 network partners, and things are trending in the right direction. I think all of this mission is driven by the belief that through kindness to animals, we can create a better world, not only for them, but also for us. And so if you guys are wondering, how can I get involved? How can I be a part of this? There are many ways. You can always adopt. You can always foster. If those two don't work, you can perhaps volunteer. If you're very busy, maybe you can volunteer at your local shelter or donate. And one of the easiest ways that everyone can become a part of this mission is to become a member. Here at Best Friends, our memberships start at $25 a year. And what you get with that is a bi-monthly magazine, a quarterly newsletter, a really cool calendar with sweet pictures of pigs, goats, cats, and dogs, and maybe some horses. I don't know what else. And then
What about the parrots or the iguanas or the guinea pigs or
the chinchillas. Well, only 12 spots. So the top 12 get to make the cut. But it's a really cool calendar, and you get $20 off any lodging in town that is owned by best friends. But most importantly, in my opinion, you get to be a part of this mission. You get to be a part of this movement that's happening across the United States.